guys, I just thought I'd do another piece of furniture, and I thought, well, on this really cold, horrible day, I'd take you along with me. Hope you enjoy. Thank you. When I pick up a piece like this, and quite plain, boring, not a lot to it, I'm going to add some ID stamps and air dry clay to it, and hopefully that'll make it look real pretty. Right, next step after I've sanded it is I normally give it a good clean, make sure all the rubbish is off it before painting. Right, just got a little bowl of water, microfiber cloth. All I ever use is just a bit of wash liquid. It always tends to do the job for me, and you'd be surprised at how much you get, or how dirty something is that looks quite clean. giving that a wipe down all on the outside, it's not actually too bad. So I'll leave it to dry, take it inside and give it a coat of paint. Right, now all the furniture's been sanded, cleaned and dried. Because it's been painted quite a lot before, I'm not gonna either strip it right back to bare wood, or you cheat and do what I'm going to do, and it's a stipple effect, so then any imperfections will just be hidden, and it just all adds to the effect of what you're going to do. So all I do, I'm using Craig and Rose in Craftsman's White in eggshell, which I really like because obviously it's got a sealer built in, so you don't have to seal the piece afterwards. And I'm using Annie Sloan oval bristles in small. And all you do is you put plenty of paint on your brush and just literally dab it on until you've covered all the surface, and then any imperfections that you've got you won't see anyway because of the texture of the paint. And I think it's a real easy way for somebody when you haven't got all the tools like all the professionals have, and you're only starting out like me really, and you can't afford to buy everything that you see all these ones that have been at it for years and years and years using. And I sell my furniture on Marketplace. I'm in the UK, and what I seem to do, no one else is doing around here, luckily, and everyone seems to like the finish that I give, so I've never had any returns or complaints of anything that I've done. So that's just giving it a slight coat, and hopefully you can see that on the camera. So then all I do is turn it round and start with the drawers. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to put some air dry clay on, so it's all going to be decorated on the front to take off the boring look. But for anything that you do get to see, again, I'm just going to give it texture by just dabbing paint all over and leaving it to dry. I have found that obviously because I've gone on to using Craig and Rose, I think their paint really is really nice, but for this sort of thing, a real chalk paint helps with the bristles and the texture of it, because it's such a thicker paint than this, with this one being the eggshell. It takes a couple of coats for you to get the same effect as what you get with one coat of the natural chalk paint, whether it's Annie Sloan, Rust-Oleum. We don't get any of the other makes over here. I'd like to try the Dixie Belle paint, but we've not got any retailers in the UK. Well, not many that I've found. So it's a shame really, because everything all seems to be in America and Canada. We need some retailers over here. And as you can also see, it's really, really quick. It's dead easy. Anyone can do this. I will take the drawers out, but I do like to give them a coat first inwards, and then I can see when I've taken the drawers out where I need to go to, and then I'll just take that off inside so it's like a smooth finish. And then just tilt it back. And do the bottom. Really is that quick and that simple, and it's a design that's not often seen with everybody else. just finish this back bit. I don't know why, but I always like to do the tops last. I mean, whether it's because it's risen up and I can't reach. And that's it. What's that taking me? All of about 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Right, I'll come back when it's dried and we'll show you what we're going to do next.
Go.
Right, I thought while everything's drying I'd make some of my flowers that I'm going to put on the front. And what I use is the Das modelling clay. This is a really nice texture. I've tried some other ones, like I say, we don't get IOD in this country, so this is the next best thing for us. And all I do when it's opened, I pack it and keep it in a Ziploc bag, because obviously you don't want it to go dry. And I always tip a bit of cornstarch into a tub with an old makeup brush and just dab.
Gosh.
And just dab them all around so that once you've done it, it all comes out easier. And then I grab a chunk. These are Pre-Marie design moulds that I'm using. I can't think offhand what the names are. And all I do is just squidge it in. Just push it down till I get it quite flat, and then it literally, with using the cornstarch, it just pops out. And how pretty is that? I'll do another one on camera just to show. I picked this up, my modelling clay, either from the range or from Hobbycraft that's in the UK. It comes in different colours and a couple of different sizes, I believe. But as you can see, when you're using a bigger flower, it just tends to use a fair bit more, and then literally it just pops on out. And I tend to just make a lot up. I use all different ones because obviously this is more flowers. I do some of the leaves. Sometimes I'll use half a leaf, I'll use the full leaf, break them up to use them separately. And I like to use this detailing on this one for the branches. So you just mix and match really. And the good thing with this is that there's no right or wrong way. You create how you want it to look, and you can add on as more or as little as you like. It's entirely up to you. And again, how pretty. I'll just show you what I do when I do a branch. And I just pop it in, pull it across. I've noticed with some of the cheaper modelling clay, when I've tried to do this, it sticks, it pulls out, it really doesn't go that well at all. So it does pay to use that slightly little bit more expensive. And it goes in nicely and comes out nicely. So I'll come back when I've done a few more for you, and then we can start putting together how we'd like it to look on the furniture piece. Right, all the front's dry, and I've done a load of my little flowers. That's one. I always apply them when they're wet. I've just popped some wood glue, that's all I use, into a pot. It's really messy. And then I just pop bits on. I pop a few flowers. What I like to do is I put more at the bottom and then build it up to the top so there's not so many. So I select a few flowers first, pop them on. There's no rhyme or reason. If I'm doing bedsides, then I will try and do them so that they identical either side, of course. But other than that, there's no right or wrong way for any of it, I don't think. It's just what you like to see yourself. And obviously flowers don't float in thin air, do they? So I've done quite a few of the twigs and leaves, and I pop them on. Once you've done and you're happy with what you do, I always leave it overnight to fully dry, and then I'll come back tomorrow and give it all another coat on whatever finishing touches I want to do to it. Wanting to stick to my fingers today instead of onto the board. And that's the kind of idea. So what I'll do is I'll pop some more on and come back when I've done that, because I'm sure you don't want to sit and just watch me sticking clay onto a set of drawers. And I'll let you know when I've done a little bit more. Okay guys? Hi guys, welcome back. Right, I've stuck all the flowers on and the leaves and everything else. Like I say, I tend to be a bit more heavy and then go a bit lighter towards the top. So I'll leave it now to dry overnight, and I'll be back tomorrow to finish off. Bye guys.